Hi, this is Janey, Imaani, and welcome to Emotional Awareness. So let's take a look at the question that we'll be answering today. My parents are South Asian and they make racist comments towards black people all the time. I explain to them how it's not right, but it's like nothing goes through. I end up getting so annoyed with them, but then I feel bad because I don't want to be mean to my parents. What should I do and how do I respond to these racist remarks? Wow, this is a really interesting topic. So first of all, I definitely know where you're coming from. Being South Asian myself, I know how racist our communities are towards people of a darker skin colour. And obviously it's not just South Asian thing, it happens in all communities as well. But I think the pain of being darker skinned is really much deeper than we'd like to believe, and it's much more complex as well. Because there are mothers who worry about their kids playing outside because they don't want them to get darker skinned. And you know, it sounds irrational because it's just a tan obviously and it goes away. But they think that they're protecting their kids from being frowned upon or being criticised by other family members or community members. And so, as crazy as it sounds, it's somewhat done out of love, like obviously it's in a twisted way. But what I'm trying to say is that the problem is so ingrained that it defies logic and reason. And so just protesting about what's right and wrong isn't really going to work. And I really think one of the bigger problems is how our conversations around race are just so predictable. Say if your mum said, oh, that girl is really pretty for a black girl, and then you turn around and say, oh, don't say that, that's really racist, it's wrong. And then she probably look at you like you don't understand what she means. And I don't think it's just the older generations. I think the conversations that we have amongst each other, right, amongst our peers are quite predictable too. So say if you told your friend that someone said that you're pretty for a dark-skinned girl, even before you finished your story of what happened, your friend will probably respond with, oh, that's so stupid, I can't believe this happened, it's 2019, I can't believe people still think like that. And the conversation will sort of end there, and it'll be kind of harder to have a deeper conversation about it. And I've noticed that it's really hard to have an in-depth, honest conversation about colorism or about race because we have these automated responses where we get so annoyed that it exists to begin with. And you know, and it also could be that we're afraid that we might end up showing our biases towards race as well. So I think for the older generations, they made racist comments without feeling guilty. But for our generation, it's like we know that it's wrong to make racist comments, so we don't. But then we're still affected by the racism and the colorism, especially the colorism, that it's embedded in us too, but we can't really admit it because we think we should have gotten over it already, and so we can't process it either. Because so many people still wish they were lighter skinned, or they would never want their kids to turn out dark skin, or maybe they would never marry somebody from the black community. And so, you know, like it's something, this colorism, this racism stuff still affects us, right? Because it's been happening for so many generations, but it's almost like we're not really allowed to talk about it because we think we should have gotten over it already. And so, you know, it's a deep conditioning that's been happening for so long that it's not just going to go away with some moral reasoning. Just because it's wrong, it doesn't mean that it's going to automatically disappear. And so the first thing I'd like to say is that really check your own biases, right? See in yourself where you stand with this racism issue. Like when you react to your parents, ask yourself, what is that strong reaction about? Where does it come from? And you know, were you affected by the colorism and the racism yourself? And don't be so quick to think that you aren't biased towards race in some way as well. And in regards to your parents, if you want to help them understand, you know, I would say that we process our thoughts through speech mainly, and so giving them a space to think about it can definitely increases the chances of them understanding it for themselves, because it's not as simple as right and wrong or what's ethical or unethical. You know, it's so deep rooted, it's so habitual and embedded in their cultures for so many generations. So our best bet to influence how they think would be to get them to see it for themselves, right? Because it really has to be an internal change, because you know, they've been doing it for all their lives. And you know, I would go as far as to say that for some cases, for some parents, maybe it's too late, you know, it's just been too many years. But really the most important thing is that you could change it within yourself, so hopefully you can change it for all the generations that come after us. So that's it for today. Thank you so much for watching, and make sure you like, comment and subscribe, and I will see you next Wednesday. Bye!